Tune in to the strangest stories with a skeptical grin. Stranger things have happened, but it's all real life, like exhuming dead bodies in the middle of the night. Paranormal whispers in the back of the hall, mysteries in the shadows over nightfall. Laura throws sass with a snarky attack, and Amber's got the facts in the case file stacked. The headlines are wild like a gypsy rose thread. Everybody's talking, we go deeper instead. So buckle up tight if you're ready to proceed. The truth goes deep when you're into the weeds.
Into the Weeds with Amber and Laura on Military Broadcast Radio.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Into the Weeds podcast here on Military Broadcast Radio. I'm Amber.
And I'm Laura.
I can't believe you still have those sunglasses.
I forgot to take them back off. I look naked without my lipstick on. I'm a mess today. So
you can put them back on if you.
I said my lipstick, but
yeah,
shades.
I know. Okay, well, we hope everybody is doing well today. Laura and I, sorry we missed you guys last week. We'll actually talk about that in a minute. Thank you for everybody who's actually sticking around to listen to our show.
We really appreciate it. Hey, all I have to say about all that is we lost some people, but we're grateful for the people we have. And I think every loss of a subscriber is a blessing because we're weeding out people who don't want to cover this stuff. So this stuff is what we're more passionate about. Yeah,
it's definitely been interesting. Thank you to all of the people who have just supported us. We've gotten some really great messages, some really great support. And so we're just extremely thankful for you guys who are still sticking around.
I feel refreshed because I know that, again, like I said.
Yeah, I have a weight kind of lifted off of me.
Yeah.
And, it took us a long time to really talk about how we felt, and we didn't even really get into much of it. So
we spoke enough of our piece, and that's all that matters.
Exactly.
And now we get to keep our peace.
Exactly. But it has been a very interesting couple of weeks, and Laura and I were gone last week because we went to the Stevens County Genealogical Library in Duncan, Oklahoma, and we sat at a round table basically and talked about the cold case of Mary Morgan Pewitt. And that was a woman who was murdered in, I believe, 1988.
It was the late 80s. I'm bad with numbers.
Yeah, I believe it was 1988 in Comanche, Oklahoma. And so there were a lot of how do I want to say it? There were a lot of hometown people there who came to talk about the case, and a significant amount of them were quite a bit older. And one of the things that was extremely refreshing to Laura and I is that, being in the internet space, and even I've seen this done in my personal life as well.
That's where I see most of it.
But I've seen a lot of people, bash victims and want to talk about, the things that they were into or whatever. And Mary Morgan Pewitt, she wasn't perfect, but she was a beautiful young lady who got murdered. And these men and women were very kind and didn't even bring any of that up, and I was just so impressed with that. So I really give credit to the people of Stevens County. They're really trying to get this information out, and we will do a story on Mary whenever we get done with Athena's trial.
Yeah.
And then we're also going to go to Duncan again when they decide to cover the Lawton serial killer case. And I believe that will be in like August or September. So we're really excited about doing that. And we may even implement something like that in our own area.
Which would be super cool to just have like a little true crime club where we try. And, I've been guilty of this myself at times, but sometimes we watch true crime and we just think of it as like this story and we're fascinated by it. And, a lot of us don't glorify it intentionally or anything, but it can kind of turn into a giant spectacle. And to see that they were people that just genuinely wanted to talk about cases that happened in their hometowns or near them, and how they just wanted to find like justice and help people out. I mean, that just, it was really refreshing. So it was good to see. And I think that we live in an area where I feel like we could make some stuff happen, and you talk to all kinds of people and you're not afraid to try and make connections with stuff. I can be a little scared sometimes. So I can talk to people, but I don't want to try and get, or not get stuff, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes she laughs at me when I bring up the podcast or whatever. And it's like, well, you know, I only bring it up when I think it's relevant, for one thing. And then I also want people to know about it so that, you know, if by happenstance they happen to know something about a case in the area or whatever, they may be willing to come forward and talk about something. So.
Yeah. There's some things that I definitely want to look at that kind of happened here. But
there's quite a few cases. I mean, there's no ending to the cases that can be highlighted.
Yeah.
And just highlighting some of them is worth its weight in gold. So
absolutely. But I mean, we had a pretty successful trip overall, and I think that
we
it
did.
would be great to stuff.
I just remembered how as soon as we got to Lawton and got to the hotel, Laura got barked at by a bunch of guys standing outside smoking. Woo, 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 woo. And she's like, oh my God.
Like literally the second that we got there, I was like, okay. So anyway, that's how you get a girl. You bark at her.
Thank you everybody for being here. And so we're going to get now into Athena's trial. And this is actually the preliminary hearing. So, and yes, I did watermark it because this stuff's never been out here. And I, you know, went and did the work. So,
gatekeeper.
So let's see. I got this. Oh, that happened February 1997. That's when they logged it in. Okay.
And you had a friend from church scan all this stuff for you and put it on digitally.
Yes. Thank you, Autumn. Thank you.
And if you guys want to follow along at home, feel free.
Yes. It is in its own separate Google Drive. I put it in the community post, and it's also in the more section. So, and Joy's got it there. Thank you, Joy, so much.
You're the best.
Okay, so this is the state of Oklahoma versus Harvey Templeton. Let's see. Transcript of Testimony, Volume 1. Be it remembered that on the 4th, 5th, and 9th days of December 1986, the above-named defendant appeared before the Honorable Alan McCall, special judge of said court, for the purpose of a preliminary hearing set down on said dates, whereupon the appearance and proceedings were as follows, to wit. Appearance. For the state, Mr. Dick Tannery, and for the defendant, Mr. John Zelps. And he still has a law firm in Lawton. I'm not sure if he's still practicing, but I'm pretty sure his son is. So I've got to, unfortunately, he's scanned this way. And I even tried to fix it whenever, before I gave these to Autumn. So it wasn't anything she did. Okay, so for the defendant, Mr. Max Cook, Mr. Jerry Cude, and for the witness, Robert Taylor, Mr. Michael J. Miller. So, sorry, my husband's getting ice. And Gene Schwartz Burstler was the certified shorthand reporter for the Comanche County District Court in Lawton, Oklahoma. Okay, so for the state, we have Julie Hogan, Jeanette Clement, Lorraine Jenkins, Richard Boatsman, Robert Taylor. Now, Robert Taylor is the man that was family friends with my family. So, and he's also the one that found Athena and was the first person arrested for her murder. And then we have Robert Taylor again, Cecil Davidson, Donald D. Belcher, the state's witnesses, Gregory Lord, Angie Reed. And then here are the exhibits. And
I was scared you were going to start reading out those numbers.
No. No. Not going to do that.
I think you get the vibe from that.
Yeah. So let's see.
There we go.
Okay. So do you want to read a couple of pages and then
Sure.
I'll read some?
Proceedings had. The court comes on now for preliminary hearing in the state of Oklahoma versus Harvey Lee Templeton, charged with first-degree murder. The state appears by Dick Tannery, district attorney. The defendant appears in person with his attorneys, Mr. Max Cook and John Zelpst. Is the state ready? Mr. Tannery. Yes, Your Honor. The court. Defendant ready? Mr. Zelpst. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Cook. Wonder if you could show another attorney of record on that, Jerry Cued. That's going to confuse me. Let me mess with that. Sorry. The court. All right. Mr. Jerry Cued will also be assisting Mr. Cook in this case, and he's not present at this time, but may make an appearance later on the preliminary hearing at the trial. Mr. Zelpst. Yes, sir. We announce ready. The court. Okay. Parties spoke to me earlier about invoking the rule. Is that Mr. Zelpst? Yes, Your Honor. We request that. The court. You want me to swear the witness in now and admonish them, or as they leave the courtroom? Mr. Zelpst. Your Honor, I would request for them to be sworn in and admonished at this time, because I believe that some of them are going to be released until tomorrow morning. The court. I need Mr. Zelpst. Might have them stand, might be the easiest way. The court. Yeah, I need all the witnesses or anybody that's been subpoenaed as a witness to stand up at this time. Okay, now you folks that are back here, why don't you come on up here before the court? Okay, what I'm going to do here is swear in all of you, and then I'll need the names of anybody or everybody that's sworn in, so I'll know I've placed under the rule. So raise your right hands. Whereupon the witnesses were sworn, the court. Okay, there has been a rule called for by counsel which prohibits you from discussing your testimony in this case with any of the other witnesses or with anyone else except for one of the lawyers involved in this case. That rule remains in effect until the preliminary hearing is concluded. Whether that's today, tomorrow, or some other day, it also just allows one witness at a time to be in the courtroom. Other witnesses who are not testifying cannot be in or near the courtroom while the witness is on the witness stand. Do you all understand that rule? Does anyone have any questions? If you do, raise your hand. Okay, I need to start here with Chief Parton. Witness Parton, Jack Parton. Witness Taylor, Robert Taylor. Witness Hicks, Gene Hicks. The court, Jean. I guess we're reading this. Ann Reed, Andy Ferguson. Just a second, Miss Reed. Spelling. Tim Roberts, Shirley Gardner, Harry Hogan. Was that her grandpa?
Correct.
Okay. Harry James Hogan. Are those two different? Or
I
he's
think
just
that's
confirming? The court, Harry Hogan. Witness, Harry James Hogan. Harry James Hogan.
It's just him. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. The court, Julie Hogan. Was that her
grandma.
mom? Her grandma. Lorraine Jenkins. I couldn't hear you, ma'am. Lorraine Jenkins. We have Jeanette Clement. Bill May, Greg Lord, Richard Briley, Bill Wells, Larry Jacobsma.
Yeah.
Jacobsma. Julie Hogan. Everyone except Julie Hogan is excused. Now, one other thing. We're going to reconvene this preliminary hearing at 7:30 in the morning. So basically be here at 7:30 in the morning. Tannery's list. I might as well start with Jack Parton tomorrow morning, and some of the stuff I feel like might not be worth reading on screen.
That's fine.
Okay. Problems with their child. A little after 8.
Yeah, you can just go to the next
page.
section. Direct examination.
Direct examination. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Okay. By Mr. Tannery. Question. Speak right into this microphone. Answer. Okay. Question. Miss Hogan. State your name, please. Answer. Julie Hogan. Q. And did you know Tina Hogan? A. Yes, I did. Q, what was her true and full name? A, Tina Marie Hogan. Q, was Tina a nickname? A, yes. Q, was her real first name, or what was her real first name? Athena, Athena. How old was she as of October 1st, 1986? She was 10 years old. When was her birth date? January 22nd. She'd have been 11 years old on the 22nd of next month. Okay. Now, sorry. Okay. Now, what, if any, relationship are you to her? She was my granddaughter, but I've raised her since she was 3 days old. On October 1st of 1986, and a few days prior to that, was she staying with you? Yes. Well, was she there all the time, full-time, or part-time, or what? She was at my house most of the time. Sometimes she'd go spend, like, the weekend with Lorraine or somebody, her aunts. Okay, did you have any kind of legal custody of her? Well, her mother was just 14 years old when she had her, and I just took her and took care of her. Okay, you were just actually talking to her without any kind of legal papers? I had some papers signed to get custody of her. So that means her mom was only like 24 when this happened. When she would have only been like 23 when she got beaten up by that guy.
Yeah. Well, she got beaten up a couple of months before.
23, 24. Oh, that's, oh
Yeah.
my goodness. It's younger than me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now you did what on the day of October 1st, 1986? Well, the day before I come home on pass from the hospital. Let's move this up a little closer to your mouth. Oh. The day before I come home on pass from the hospital to take Cindy to an October 1st to Oklahoma City to have her braces taken off her jaw. And on October 1st, did you go to Oklahoma City? Yes, I did. Okay, when did you get back? About 4:30. 4:30? Now, what address were you living at that time? 520 Glendale. And where is that located? In Mission Village. In Lawton? Lawton, Oklahoma. Did you see Tina when you got home from Oklahoma City? Yes, I did. What was she doing? She come out to the car and asked if she could go sell a few candy bars for a little while. Okay, what kind of candy are you referring to? It's candy from the school. Did she have some with her? She went in the house and got it when I told her she could go out for a little while. Okay, what was the understanding that she was to do at this time? She said she wasn't going to stay out for very long because she was going to come home. Hurry, she said. Okay, where was she going to go sell her candy? Just in the neighborhood. In the neighborhood? Did she have any kind of list of where she was going or just around? She had some names. She had 3 or 4 names on a piece of paper that had said they were going to buy from her. Okay, how long had she had this candy? She just got it that day. All right. Now, did you say that it was okay for her to go? I said it was okay for her to go out for a little while. Okay. Then when she left, she says, I'll see you in a little while, Granny. She left, and I never seen her after that. Okay, what was she wearing when she left? A pink top, 2 colored jeans, like with 2 colored zippers in the back, and tennis shoes. Did she have any socks on? Yes, she did. And what kind of mood was she in when she left? She was in a real happy mood because she could go sell some candy. Okay, at some point in time that day, and later that evening, did you get concerned about her? Yes, I did. Approximately what time was that, ma'am? Couldn't exactly say. I know it was 7 or 7:30 that I started out looking for her. What caused you to be concerned? Because she said she was going to be home early. Okay, what efforts then did you make after 7 or 7:30 to locate her, if any? I got in the car and drove around the neighborhood, and I went to Andrea's house, and she hadn't been over there, and then I went over to the Templeton's house. And Did you talk to anyone at the Templeton residence? Yes, I did. I asked him if he'd seen Tina. He told me he hadn't seen her.
Just for reference, Andrea was Tina's best friend, and I have spoken to her, but she is not comfortable yet telling her story.
And she has no relation to Harvey Templeton, does she?
No.
Okay, this is a different person.
Mhm.
Okay. And lived in the neighborhood?
Yes.
Yes, I did. I asked him if he'd seen Tina. He told me he hadn't seen her. So what time did she say that she left? At 4:30 or 4?
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember now.
I think she said, I don't want to scroll up because I'll lose my place, but
Yeah.
I think she said 4:34, and then by 7, so 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know how long she was out, but I'm just thinking, so Harvey Templeton was there at home to greet the grandmother when she came knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Not that it's not possible to get stuff done that quick. It's just my brain is thinking, well, okay, he did what he had to do and disposed of the body pretty quickly if it was him.
Yeah, and we'll get into it.
Not that it's not possible.
Yeah.
I just an observation
We'll
I made.
get into it.
Yeah, for sure. He told me he hadn't seen her. Okay, did you go to other places? Yeah, I drove around and I asked kids along the way if they'd seen her, kids that was out along the road. If they had seen anything of Tina, and I drove around 2 or 3 times, and then I went and checked at home, and then I went back out again. Then I went over, I got Lorraine, my daughter, Lorraine. Approximately what time was it that you were at the Templeton residence? Well, it was between 7 and 8 o'clock. Okay, then you went to get Lorraine Jenkins. What relation is she to you? She's my daughter. Did she live in that area? No, she don't. So you drove to another part of town to get her? Yeah, she lives on 21st Street. Okay. And after you got her, what all did you do? I turned right around, went home, started looking again. What do you do, or what do you say when you say look? What do you mean by that? I drove around the neighborhood because I told Tina she couldn't go in anybody's houses. Okay, did you have any success at locating her? No, I didn't. Did you find anyone that had seen her? No. Did you ever call the police? Yes. When was that? I had Lorraine go next door and call if they had picked up anybody, any little kids in Mission Village. And they said no. And then a little while later, we called her back missing. And do you know approximately what time that was that you made these phone calls to the police? Well, it was maybe 9, 10 o'clock or something like that, maybe a little later. Okay, because I was really getting upset. And at any time thereafter, did you ever see her? No, I didn't. Alive again? No, I didn't. And have you seen her since? Not alive. Okay. Wow, that's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Tannery says, that's all I have to say of this witness. The court says Mr. Zelps says, thank you, Your Honor. And it looks like Mr. Zelps comes back up for the cross-examination. Mrs. Hogan, my name is John Zelps. Mr. Templeton, I'm his attorney with Max Cook. I've got to ask you some questions today. And if you need to take a recess at any time, let the judge know if he thinks it's appropriate, he will. I've got to ask you some tough questions, okay? You've got to say yes or no so she can record that. I guess so. All right. Are you mad at me for any reason? No. Okay. Who is Harvey? Who is Harvey J. Hogan? He's my son. He's your son? What is your husband's name? Harry Hogan. He hasn't gotten any middle name. So there you go. That answers my question from earlier. Harry Hogan. He didn't receive a subpoena, huh? No, he didn't. Okay. Is he here in the courthouse today? Who? Harry, your husband. No, he isn't. He's not. How long have you all lived at 520 Glendale? Since 1970. 1970. And when was Tina Hogan born? 76. Okay, so she's lived there. Has she lived out of there with you during that period of time? All her life. All her life, she lived in that neighborhood. Is that correct? Yes. And so there's some people that know her fairly well, knew her 10 years of her life out there, right? Sure. She went to school there and everything. I understand that you are right now being treated for cancer. Is that correct? Correct. When I visited with your husband a week or so ago, he had told me that you had been to or that you were at San Antonio. Have you? Yes, I was. Okay, are you going to be around in Lawton for a while, or are you planning more trips to San Antonio, or do you know at this time? I won't have to go back for about 8 weeks. Okay, now you have how many daughters? 3. 3 daughters. Could you name your 3 daughters for me? I got Julie Marie. She's in the Air Force and she's stationed at Abilene, Texas. Abilene, Texas? When was the last time that she was here prior to Tina's death? About a month ago before that. Okay, but a month prior to Tina. Yes. Okay, and she's in the Air Force. Is her last name Hogan also? No. What is Julie Marie's last name? Gribbs. Did you spell that for us? Gribs. All right. Your other daughter's name? Lorraine. Lorraine Jenkins. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And who's the other daughter? I got 4 daughters. Did she not just say 3 daughters, or did I read that wrong?
Dang, I can't remember.
3 daughters.
3 daughters.
She said 3.
Maybe she's thinking of Tina as the 4th one.
Well, I guess I'll just.
I got 4 daughters.
I wasn't thinking. Okay. Interesting. That's okay. I got Penny. She lives over on 21st Street. Penny, what's her last name? Wilson. Penny Wilson. She lives here in Lawton. Yes. On 21st Street? Yes. Is she a married lady? Yeah. What's her husband's name, please? Richard. Richard. Okay, who else? Then I got Cindy, and she lives at home with me. Cindy? Okay, there's Julie, Penny, Cindy, and Lorraine, right? Yes,
And
sir.
Cindy is Athena's mother.
Cindy's I thought this. Oh, so gotcha. So she got Lorraine instead of grabbing Cindy.
Cindy was disabled severely after that beating.
Gotcha.
They had to help her walk, and they'll talk about it in here.
So where was she living then? Because
she was living at 520 Glendale with them. She always did. Her and Tina always lived with them.
The way she said it just didn't make it sound like that. But I guess she also made it sound like she only had 3 daughters. So it's just been a misunderstanding. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Does your husband also reside at the address at 520 Glendale? Yes. Okay, ma'am. What's your age, please? 64. How old is your husband? 63. Now, do you have any sons? 1. What is his name, please? Harry James. Harry, middle initial is J? Yes. Hogan. Now, during my investigation that I've performed, I've heard a lot about other young men that I don't know who they belong to, but would be in your home, either friends, but they are referred to sometimes as uncles. Are there other young men that come to your home that everybody or Tina thought of them as uncles? I don't know of any young men that come over to my house like that. You don't? I was home all the time. The day I was out there, you had just gone to San Antonio, and there were 2 young fellows out there with your husband. You don't happen to know who those boys were, do you? Could have been some of the neighbors' kids over to see Jimmy. Okay, Jimmy. Who's Jimmy? That's Harry James's nickname. Okay, so he goes by Jimmy. Okay, all right. October 4th, you had come home on a pass. Is that correct? October 1st? I got a pass the day before. Okay, but you were home on October 4th through 1st. That doesn't look right, but anyway. And then about 4:20, that's when you got in? Yeah. Okay, where had you come from? Oklahoma City. From Oklahoma City. Now let's back up. Back in April or March of 1986, was Cindy involved in some type of altercation at your home? Sorry, I started choking on my own spit anyway. Yes. Okay, could you please tell us what type of altercation that was? Hold up, oh, that didn't even crack very well. My neck just hurts. Okay, my bad. Okay. Could you please tell us what type of altercation that was? This guy came over to our house, was after midnight, and I thought it was my son that she was talking to because I didn't hear nobody knock on the door or nothing. Okay. And somehow got her out of the house and beat her up, busted her jaw up. She went into a coma. What did he beat her with? I don't know. You didn't see it? No. Okay, did you hear something? No.
Hear her screaming.
Oh, hear her screaming. No, because I think he held her hand over her mouth so she wouldn't holler. Nobody heard her, but she heard them talking. Did he abduct her out of your home? I wasn't up. I don't know for sure. What is that man's name? Ronnie Miller. Has he been charged with that offense? Been charged? Yes, ma'am. Is he still in the custody of the sheriff's custody, or has he made bond? He made bond. So he's out, is that correct? I guess so.
Okay, so for everybody who doesn't know, Ronnie Miller Jr. was the son of the man that my parents were buying their home from.
Was this Junior?
That was Junior that hurt her.
But they owned it for a while before they bought it, right?
What do you mean?
They owned your home for a while before your parents, like,
before they paid
what
enough
I'm
money.
saying is, like, you lived there while he owned it.
Yeah,
he owned your childhood home, and they eventually bought it.
He owned our childhood home, I believe, until right up before he died, and my stepdad ended up paying it off.
So he owned your home essentially your whole childhood.
Yeah.
So, okay, I just wanted to make that clear that it wasn't just like he bought it from him. Like, he actively was collecting rent and stuff like that while you were living there for years and years, or rent, mortgage, whatever, you know what I mean? Anyway, but yeah, so, well, because they initially were just renting, right?
No, they were always buying.
They were always buying?
Yeah.
Oh, so then, well, that was the olden days. So,
that was when my dad.
Well, the reason why I'm saying those are the olden days is like, because normally like a bank would be involved now, but they were still coming by, right?
Yeah, every month they would come and pick up the check.
Yeah, because that's not how that works now. So
Yeah,
that's
it would either be Reverend Ronnie Miller would come or his employee. I can't remember his name, but he was super, super tall and he had a really cool afro, but I don't remember his name.
Okay.
He was really nice. I really liked him, but I never liked Reverend Ronnie Miller.
I can't tell if the sugary drink is making my stomach hurt or if it was the goat.
Oh, yeah. The curry.
I don't feel that great.
I made some energy drinks. Mine has Alani and Sprite, raspberry puree, blue curacao, and Fun Dip.
And no alcohol. Huh?
And no alcohol.
That is diabetes in the drink, but that's
I know,
good.
but it's good.
Hey, I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, mine's good. It's just super sugary. I don't even know what's in there. I added more shit to it. So there's something I was gonna say about it. I don't remember. Is that a sugar-free Alani or is there sugar in it?
It is a sugar-free.
That explains why my stomach hurt. I cannot, or I'm not telling you. I asked for one, but yeah, I can't drink sugar-free stuff. It always makes my stomach hurt. Yeah. So anyway, nobody asked for any of that. I
love Fun Dip.
Fun Dip is so good. Although she doesn't really eat the powder that often. She normally just eats the stick.
I normally don't eat the blue powder, the blue raspberry.
So then why did you buy blue raspberry toothpaste the other day? I was like, and then you put it in my bedroom. I'm like,
hey,
or
it
my
tastes good.
Well, then you take it.
Okay.
But I'm getting canker sores from my current toothpaste, and I need to figure something out. I hadn't had them since I lived in Florida, so I thought it was like the Florida water, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, back to our regular scheduled programming. Okay. Has there been any letters or phone calls threatening Cindy or any members of your family concerning that case? Not that I know of. Not that you know of, because I don't have a phone. You don't have a phone? Did you ever get any letters there? No, ma'am. Ms. Hogan, you said when you arrived home at about 4:20, Tina ran out to the car and was glad you was home. Is that correct? She's always glad when I come home. Yes, ma'am. Who else was there when you got home at 4:20? At my house? Yes, ma'am. The grandpa, Tina, Crystal. I don't remember if Lorraine's boys were there. All right, let's stop. Who is Crystal? Tina's sister. Oh, I didn't even realize she had a sister.
Yeah, I didn't either until this.
I've never read through any of this.
I've only read 120 pages of this.
I wonder if she's
yeah,
older, younger.
I think she's younger.
Oh, wow. Well, actually, that would make sense.
Yeah.
She had Tina when she was 14.
Yeah.
Wow, that really sucks. Okay, and your granddaughter, right? Okay, who would Lorraine's boys be? What would their names be? Timmy, Benji, Joshua, and Tony. Now, could you please tell us how old Timmy is? Timmy is 11, I think, now. How he's what? 11. How old is Ben or Benji? I think he's about 10. How old is Josh? 7. How old is Tony? 5. All right. Now that you think that those children were also, is that correct? I think because Lorraine had gone with me to Oklahoma City to help drive. Okay, so she was driving for you, is that right? Yeah. Okay, does your husband, Mr. Harvey Hogan, does he work? No, he don't. And he stayed around there. Was he, I assume he was there watching the children, is that correct? Yeah, after school. After school, okay. Ms. Hogan, has there been times that you've been hospitalized for some period of time or a long period of time? No. Not have been, or not have not been, is that correct? No, the longest I was in the hospital was this time I went to Brooks. Okay. I was in the hospital earlier for almost 3 days, pneumonia. Miss Hogan, does your husband have a drinking problem? Well, that's up to him. Does he create a problem in your home, his drinking sometimes? Well, drinking always creates a problem in everybody's home. Yes, ma'am. Do you know what an alcoholic is? Yes. Would you consider your husband an alcoholic? No. Do you drink, ma'am? No. There have been some reports of, let me ask you this, has Tina ever run away from that home? She did one night. Are you speaking into the mic? You can't even see him on camera.
What are you doing?
I don't know. He was making puppy sounds in the mic. There have been some get underneath, sweetie. There have been some reports of, let me ask you this, has Tina ever run away from that home? She did one night. You recall what night that might have been? Just a couple of days before this happened. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either.
A couple of days before this. Because she was mad, we wouldn't let her go and spend the night at her girlfriend's house. Just a second. Now, how many nights before this incident did she run away? Before October 1st, how many nights was it? Must have been about a week. Okay, before this. Was she placed in the children's shelter as a result of running away? Yes, one day.
Yeah, they were serious about putting people in juvie.
Oh, the children's shelter
pretty
was
sure they put
juvie?
her in juvie.
Not like a foster care type thing?
No,
Type
if I
deal?
remember correctly, I remember
You put a 10-year-old in juvie for running away?
maybe I'm wrong.
I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong. For some reason, I remember seeing Marie Deddy or something like that in there, and that's the name of the juvie in Lawton.
Well,
I could be wrong.
Did she not report the police that she had run away because of the beatings? She never got beated. Did she report that to police, ma'am? I don't know what she reported to the police. Do you know a lady by the name of Louise Crocker? No, I don't. Do you know that's a lady that has this little daughter by the name of Katrinka. Oh, no, it says that. Katrina Crocker. She's a cheerleader. Do you know Katrina? No. Okay, do you know a lady by the name of Mr. Tannery? I'll enter an objection at this point, as this is a line of questioning that is going to be irrelevant. Mr. Zelps. Your Honor, I'm just trying to determine if she knows these witnesses. They're going to testify, and they've told me some things conflicting her testimony. The court. Yeah, I'm going to allow you to find out whether she knows them, but as far as their stories are or what they have told someone else. Mr. Zelps. Yes, sir. Court. That is not particularly relevant at this time. Mr. Zelps. Do you know a Mrs. Stoddard? I think her name is Betty Stoddard. Deborah Stoddard lives at 415 Glendale. No, I don't. Where did your granddaughter go when she ran away? She went to Andrea's house. To whose? Andrea's house. Well, it says Andrea. Andrea. Is it Andrea? Andrea or Audrea? Okay, and it is her name. Does she live with her grandparents? Yes, she does. That would be Mr. and Mrs. R.J. Hatchett. I don't know their last name. Do you know where they live? I know where they live, but not their last name. She went there, is that right? Yes, sir. She didn't go to anybody else's home? No. How did the police find out that she was there? I understand from what Tina told me that her cheerleader had come, picked her up, and brought her over to her house. She called the police. Okay, would that be Mrs. Louise Crocker or Deborah Stoddard? Is that who it is? One of those people? They lived on 4th Street. Because Tina said I was going to come home. She was taken and placed in a center for keeping her overnight, is that correct? That's right. Ma'am, have you ever seen your husband, Mr. Harry Hogan, discipline the child, spank her? Everybody spanks kids, but not to the extent that's going to hurt them. Ma'am, let me repeat the question again. Have you ever seen your husband discipline Tina Hogan? Sometimes. Because I have to once in a while too myself. Yes, ma'am. Have you ever seen your husband strike Tina Hogan with a board? No. Have you ever seen your husband strike Tina Hogan with a belt? No. With a cord? No. With a rope? No. Has your granddaughter ever alleged that Harry Hogan has beat her? Well, yes or no, ma'am. I imagine she has, because all kids do that. Oh, they do? Most kids. Well, has she ever come out and told you that her grandfather mistreated her? She told me a lot of times that he wouldn't let her have her way all the time.
That's the way they spoke back then.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just glad we're progressing as a society. Well, especially since you're talking about someone who literally just got... Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
She's told me a lot of times that he wouldn't let her have her way all the time. Has she told you that he has mistreated her by beating her or being cruel to her? No. Mrs. Hogan, are you aware that Tina Hogan kept a diary? She kept a diary. It wasn't at my house. Are you aware that the police have it in their custody, a diary kept by your granddaughter? No. Was Tina Hogan a truthful little girl? Would she tell the truth? Sometimes I catch her telling stories. Would she be punished when she told stories? I didn't punish her very much because I just hadn't had the heart to punish her. Yes, ma'am. The court, your objection's going to be sustained. Let's move along. Mr. Zelps, yes, sir. Mrs. Hogan, how many bedrooms did you have in that house? 3 bedrooms. Who was responsible for doing the laundry around there? I did. Did Tina Hogan wear clean clothes every day? Yes, sir. Pardon me? Yes, sir. Miss Hogan, did Tina Hogan have head lice? Every once in a while she would catch them. Every once in a while she would catch them? Yeah. How many times did she have head lice? I don't see what that's got to do with this case. Ma'am, could you please just answer the question for me? She had them twice.
So I remember back at this time, so I would have been 7 in 1986. And I remember always being checked at school for head lice, and it was inevitable. Somebody would have it, and then we would all get it. And it was just like a vicious cycle.
I got checked a few times. I only got head lice one time, and it wasn't even from school. It was from Aunt Leah. I shouldn't have said that. Whatever, it's fine.
They went to the movie theater.
I don't know. I just know that I had to use that nasty shampoo, and I was like, I pray to God I never have to do that again.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember I liked the feeling of them taking the pen and going through and playing with my hair. I liked that. It's like, ooh.
Yeah, well, you didn't have that little bitty comb going through your hair every couple of weeks. Oh man, that stuff sucks. And I had really long, thick hair.
I see. I didn't read all the comments because I've been reading the screen, but it says, Jamie says, are both parents still alive? Is the mom said the mom said she was still alive but not prepared to talk? Oh, was it I read that wrong. I see it now. My bad.
So the mom is not alive anymore. And I said the woman that was not prepared to talk yet was Andrea, her best friend. Yeah, I don't know exactly how old she was, but I would assume she was Athena's age. So,
okay. Mr. Zelps, Judge, may I approach? And I can tell the court where I'm going with this. The court, go ahead. Mr. Zelps, Judge, in good faith, I have evidence to show child abuse in that home. In addition to that, it's very important about the clothing and the health care. That's where they're going. Oh, it makes me so sad.
Yeah. But I grew up with dirty clothes and stuff like that. And I remember being called to the office because my clothing was inappropriate and that I needed to go home and change. And
I hate that they treated it like that instead of just like your mom was abusing you.
Yeah.
I love you, Mom. I'm sorry. Okay. Glad you made it out of that. Some people weren't so lucky. Seems she wasn't as lucky, and it's just really sad.
Hey, it was an improvement from my mom being taken away from her mother and put in a children's home. So,
I mean, I guess it depends on how you look at things.
Yeah.
Okay. Because she was a close, in addition, it's very important about the clothing and the healthcare because she was a close friend to the defendant's daughter, was in her home, and I need to try to establish that the clothing that she was in and out of that house, the clothing was washed properly and so forth, and that some of the evidence I anticipate Mr. Tannery has, um, some of the evidence Mr. Tannery has, I anticipate, is going to be fibers coming off a carpet. And I need to establish, Your Honor, how the clothes were washed, so on and so forth, to try and tie that down. Assuming with me, Your Honor, she'd been in that house prior to the time, she'd collected these from another day, fibers on her clothes, and then she was killed by somebody. We need to try and establish that. That actually does make sense. I mean, I know typical lawyer stuff, but that,
Yeah.
especially if she, yeah.
And they ended up getting like 22 or 27 carpet samples from the neighborhood.
Yeah. Okay. The court, that's Mr. Zelps. Judge, if Mr. Tannery comes in and says that our chemist found or our inspection of found fibers in the little girl, and these fibers match consistently with fibers taken out of the defendant's home, I'm entitled to try and find out where she could have gotten those from some other source. Like if the clothes weren't washed regularly or she'd been in the house prior to that time. You understand what I'm saying? If she'd been in there 2 or 3 days and she'd never changed her clothes and those were fibers from 2 or 3 days prior to that time, it would be highly relevant, Your Honor. The court. Well, you're getting, in my opinion, very speculative on that theory. Now, I'll allow you some leeway here, but that's Mr. Zelps. Okay. The court. Very speculative.
I don't know.
I don't know. I kind of find that reasonable.
I do too.
And I'm, I sometimes side-eye defense lawyers, but I mean, they're just doing their job too. Okay. And as far as these allegations and so forth, I don't believe that they need to be gone into detail. It's not preliminary hearing is not particularly the purpose.
So what he's saying is this is just the preliminary hearing. We can get into that in the actual trial.
Case. Gotcha. I didn't even digest the fact that this is the preliminary. Okay. Mrs. Hogan, what type of clothes did Tina have on that day? She had a pink top on and blue jeans, not June material. She had shorts, slacks. She had short pants on, didn't she? No. Are you sure? Positive, sure, because she wore the clothes that she wore to school. She wore them that evening. She had a pink top, blue jeans. It was kind of a cotton-like material, the jeans. Okay. And they had 2 zippers in the back. 2 zippers in the back? Was that on her jeans? Yes. What kind of shoes did she have on? Tennis shoes. What color were they? Gray. They were gray? And what color socks did she have on, ma'am, if you recall? I can't really recall because she's got a whole bunch of socks. Now, how did you know she wore these clothes to school? Because I was home that morning when she went to school. Okay, so you left after she went to school to go to Oklahoma City? Yes, is that correct? Okay, now were these clothes that she put on that morning clean clothes? Yes. She hadn't worn them the day before? No. When had they been washed prior to that time? I wash clothes probably an average about 3 times a week. Okay, 3 times per week. Now you said also that she wanted to sell candy and she had a piece of paper with 3 or 4 names on that piece of paper. Yes, is that correct? She did. Do you recall whose names were on that paper? No, I don't. Because she had brought them home the night before. Do you know if the police have in their custody that piece of paper? I don't know. Don't have any idea? Do you know a little girl by the name of she's a little girl who lives right here on the same street. She's that's outdated. Half Oriental.
Yeah.
Okay. Christine. I think her name's Kathleen. Christine? Christine. Do you know her? Yes, I do. Was she with your Tina that night or after school? They were together for a while. They were? Okay. Because she lives right next door to me. Okay, it's just next door where she lives. Okay, did Jimmy bring friends around with him? Sometimes his friends would come over. Were any of them there that day? No, not that day, because Jimmy wasn't home. He was over there helping his friend across town. Helping his friend across town? How old is Jimmy? 24 to 25. And does he work for a living? He does odd jobs whenever he can find some. He doesn't have any regular employment? No, he don't. When's the last time he had a regular employment? He was working pretty regularly for Sammy. I'm sorry, I didn't understand you. He was working regular about 4 days a week for Sammy. For Sammy? Yeah, Sammy's junkyard. Sam's junkyard. Okay, how long ago was that? He was working there when this happened. Oh, he was working regularly? Yeah. I thought you told us he didn't have regular employment. Well, it isn't regular. It's just when Sammy has things for him to do, he works there.
Kind of like Uncle Edward.
Oh, I'm not doubting it.
Does odd jobs around.
Maybe it's just the person she is rather than her being suspicious, but just thinking because I don't know. I'm just going to keep reading. Okay, now at 4:30, did you see did you say 4:20? I came home between 4 and 4:30. Okay, well, I noticed Mr. Tannery said earlier, we write this down. The question was what time it was when you got home. And you said 4:20, is that correct? Well, could have been 4:20. Could have been later. It wasn't later than 4:30 because I know. Okay, was it later than 4:20? It had to be around 4:20. All right, so you feel pretty comfortable that you saw her at 4:20, is that correct? Yes. Okay, I want to keep these times here because we're going to have lots of times in this deal before it's over. 4:20, she left at that time, isn't that correct? She didn't leave right then. She came and asked me. Okay, how long did she hang around before she left? She went in, got her candy together, and then came back outside, and she says, I'll see you in a little while, Grandma, and she left. How late do you think it was when she left? Maybe 10 minutes, so it was probably around 4:30? Yeah. Do you feel comfortable saying it was 4:30? Yes. Or yeah. Had she been selling candy prior to 4:30 on that day? She'd sold some on the way home from school. Do you know who she sold it to? No, I don't. Do you know how long she'd been home? Did she tell you? She didn't tell me. Do you know how many bars she sold prior to coming home? I don't know. All I know is she left her candy money home with me. That's what she sold. Which direction did she go? Do you know that? She went down on 6th Street from my house. She went which way on 6th Street? Down 6th Street. Down 6th Street? Towards Woodridge Drive. Try towards Woodridge Drive. If you came out of your front door, would that be left or right direction she went? If you came out of your front door. You have to go down Glendale a little bit before you hit 6th Street out my door. You would go right down to 6th Street and then take a left? Yeah. Huh? Yeah. How do you know that she went that direction? Because I seen her go down there. All right. Because I was getting Cindy out of the car. Okay, Mrs. Hogan. I'll mark this as a defendant's exhibit number 1. And I'm going to, and I know you're not an artist or anything, but I need you to try to draw me a picture of the streets out there, how they run, just right around your neighborhood. Can you do that for me? Can you do that? Just in that neighborhood? Yes, ma'am. Kind of show me the street you run on and then how 6th Street runs there. And here's Woodridge Drive here. All right. Now we'd want to, could you mark it? Okay. Here's 7th Street. 7th Street. Okay. And here's Glendale. Okay. I wish they had the picture.
I should have pulled it up.
Yeah, but
it'll take forever.
Yeah, it'd be too much, but maybe
sorry,
if we're doing
guys,
like a standalone video or something. We drove past a church and you said that Tina lived behind it, but we didn't go up there.
Correct. We were driving down, what was it, 41? Joy, is that 41 that goes through Lawton there? I can't remember. But it's going towards
don't use and abuse Joy.
It's going towards she knows only because she's been around that area. So going towards Medicine Park, if you're coming from Lawton towards Medicine Park, there is a Comanche church. I think it says Comanche Church or something like that. And right behind that church is Mission Village, which is where she lived.
Just Jamie said that you need to draw a picture.
You're right. That won't look good.
Okay, let's see. Here's 7th Street.
Oh, I did do that. I
Glendale.
did walk them through that on another live.
Yeah,
so.
true. Joy, stand down. You don't need to do anything. No, thank you. We appreciate you.
Yes, we really do.
We really, really do. I had an idea, but I won't bring it up on live just in case. So I'll have her tell you about it or something. But anyway, okay. She kind of just explains where it's at. I'm just going to confuse myself if I read all of that.
That's fine.
North, directions, east, south, District Court of Oklahoma official transcript.
I had to pay extra for it to get that stamp.
Really?
Yeah. Official transcript. Yeah.
You just wanted people to be like, hey, this is legit. Just so everyone knows. And
just
it's not
to make
me.
sure.
Yeah. Okay. This is 7th Street, runs right here. Is that correct? Just kind of go more of a street. Sorry, I'd read this, but it's not going to paint a picture in my head. And I don't know if it's going to paint a picture in y'all's.
Yeah, no. And you guys can go back. It's online. And you guys can pull up a map and look at it.
Okay. So she's heading down 6th Street. The last time that you saw her, is that correct? Yes. And it's after 4:30. Yes. Mr. Zelps, Your Honor, I move to introduce defendant's exhibit number 1. Did you mark it? I just put defendant's 1 right there. Conversation between counsel is off the record. Short time later, the proceedings were had to wit. Anyway, Mr. Zelps, I just need to mark it again. Your Honor, again, move to introduce defendant's exhibit number 1. Mr. Tannery, no objection. The court, this is going to be admitted then as defendant's exhibit number 1. Mr. Zelps, thank you, Your Honor. By Mr. Zelps. Miss Hogan, you said that you started, she said she was going to just be gone for a little while, right? Yeah, okay. What time did you start looking for her again? Approximately, I know that you weren't looking at a clock, were you? Between 7 and 7:30. Okay, you got in the car, is that right? Yes. And you went to Andrea's house first? Right. Yeah. And then you went to the Templeton's house, is that right? Yes, I did. Tina was a good friend with Harvey's stepdaughter. Stepdaughter, Kay, right? They were very good friends. Kay's your little girl that delivers the newspapers out there, right? It really was a different time.
It was. I used to help my brother deliver newspapers. We had a couple of scary times.
It makes me think of this. I don't even want to think about it because it'll stress me out because it's brutal and disgusting and horrible. But Athena Strand, I looked into very little of it, just the stuff that pops up on my timeline that I can't avoid. And I try to avoid it because it's so gross. But, two Athenas. When we were actually at the
Stevens County Library.
One of the ladies I was sitting next to, she was super awesome.
She was, and she looks so familiar.
She looks so familiar. I don't think she'll mind if I just say her name's Ginny, but regardless, I'm surprised I remembered that, not because she wasn't memorable, but because I'm so bad with names. I think it was just because she spelled it out for me. Anyway, but yeah, shout out Ginny if you happen to be watching because you said that you would subscribe. So hello, hi. But anyway, but she basically told me that she knew the grandmother, I think.
The great grandmother.
I hope it's okay that I said that. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now, but regardless.
Because originally Athena and her family were from Comanche, Oklahoma, the same place that Mary Morgan Pewitt was from, that we were doing the case about. So, and Noah Pressgrove as well. So yeah. Yeah, but anyway, it just made me think of that, and it's like crazy, all these. But yeah, but the reason why I brought that up, I think, was because she was just. Was she just like out there and he was just a FedEx driver? Like, oh my God. She was upset with her mom and she went outside and he was delivering her Barbies for Christmas. Oh my God. I don't want to hear anymore. I don't want to hear anymore. Yeah. And I remember when I saw that that had happened to Athena Strand, I just thought, oh my goodness, another Athena in the same general area, it was heartbreaking. Yeah, I don't want to think about this, and I don't even want to think about this, but it's important, and it's thank God that the other Athena has justice. Hopefully you will find justice here. Yes. As much justice as you can. I mean, justice is great, but it doesn't bring
to bring a little girl back, you know.
Just start back on number 23.
Yeah. Everybody knows Kay because she brings the paper. How they spent the night together? No. They had never spent the night together? Oh, they spent the night together earlier. Yeah, I mean, it's been how many times had they spent the night together? Maybe once or twice. Twice at the most. At the most. Okay, and you knew who Harvey was by looking at him? Looking at him, didn't you? No, I don't know him.
Okay, so what you're hearing here is that Athena stayed the night at Kay's house. Kay was Harvey Templeton's stepdaughter. Harvey Templeton is the man who was arrested and is now on trial. This is his trial that we're reading. So, and Athena's grandma says, no, I don't know him. So I thought that was interesting. Not saying anything, just it's interesting that she didn't know him.
Yeah, that she didn't know him when she let him spend the night.
That she let Athena spend the night, yeah.
It sounds like y'all had shit way too lax back then. But I also listened to like
even. Yeah.
I'm just very thankful that I grew up in the time that I did. I mean, not that there's anything, you know, like I'm sure there was good things about being, you know, raised back then, but it just felt so much more dangerous.
You spent a whole weekend in Lawton this weekend. What was your impression? Honestly, I mean, don't be rude, but your honest impression.
I mean, I don't want to offend, but I mean, I would be a little freaked out to live there. I mean, the second that I got there, someone was barking at me.
That's true.
The second that I got out of the car, people were barking at me.
Yeah.
And, you know, it looked a little rough. You know, there's people that I love that have substance issues. So, you know, it's not any judgment. You know, there's people that I've, you know, cared very deeply for that have even, you know, been on the streets and stuff like that and have been houseless. And, you know, but I just see a lot of that and it's concerning, especially knowing that it's so dangerous. I hope that people that are out there are okay, but I mean, it's a little rough.
Yeah, but I mean, we learned that there's like 48 women in Lawton alone that went missing or were killed that are cold cases. And I didn't tell you guys this, but we did get a source in the Lawton area on the Lawton serial killer. So that's going to be interesting. They have given me all their research over the last 20 something years. So I'm going to be going through that and hopefully we will get together with them and do something pretty cool. So
that'd be good. Joy says get an Airbnb in Medicine Park. We did go through Medicine Park. We uploaded a couple pictures on your community tab.
Yeah, Medicine Park, unfortunately, they don't they're not always available because so many people want to stay there. But we stay at the nicest hotel in Lawton,
which is the casino.
Which is the casino, one of the casinos, you know. But yeah, some of it can be really bad.
Yeah, it made me a little sad even being there, but
the approximate population in Lawton, I think it's like 100,000. I can't remember. Like 100,000 or something.
Sorry, I had to cough.
No, you're all right. It's a town, or I guess it's a city, but everybody knows everybody. I mean, yeah, it's an interesting place.
Yeah, no, that's. Yeah, I did enjoy Medicine Park though, and you showed me your dad's home that you had considered, you know, but it's not realistic at the moment.
Yeah, my dad's old home in Medicine Park. It was beautiful, and when he was growing up as a little kid. Oh, okay. Thank you, Joy.
Thanks, Joy.
89,853. Yeah, and
but it's right next to the Bath Lake thing where everyone was fishing. I think it's a like Bath something, like Bath Lake or Bath.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a Bath house,
but it's actually just right on Medicine Creek. But I wanted to buy it as an Airbnb, but it's really expensive and it's not on the market. So, but I was.
Oh, someone owns it, just isn't selling it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they've never done anything with it. So I wanted to find them and offer them something, but I don't have that kind of money.
That's not in the cards at the moment.
I don't have that kind of money.
Maybe one day, but not today.
Yes, Joy's been there. It's beautiful. The swimming hole.
It reminds me of when Sister Wives, Mary wanted to buy one of her family homes, and everyone kind of fought her on it. And she ended up having to buy it herself, and then they got mad that it wasn't like a family thing, even though they refused to give her any money.
I don't watch that show.
But you know what? I'm glad that she got it because she got it. So
Mandy J UK, the grandmother seems all over the place. Yeah, she does. And you have to remember she's going through cancer too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know. But hopefully one day I meet some of Athena's family and we can know more about it. So I think we're only going to go to an hour and 30 minutes today, just because I'm very tired. We've been very busy.
Very busy, and I've been working since 5 a.m. So
yeah.
I had like an hour or so that I just sat down and I'm like, and then this little stinker that's sitting on my lap, he decided that he was going to cause problems because he does not like it when I sit at the table. He hates it. He doesn't like sitting up there, and
he does not, because he can't get up there.
He can't get up there, although he tries.
He knows how to get up there.
And he's gotten up there, even though you got the extra tall chairs to try and keep him away.
I got extra tall chairs.
Extra tall chairs. So he's just an expert, I guess. He actually got a bath today, and I have the cutest picture.
I put the picture on the post, on the community post.
Oh, you did? I didn't see it. Well, check out the community tab so you can see him and his little get up after the shower. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt what was going on.
Thank you, the Archival Project. Thank you very much. And
thank you, the Archival Project. I think I might have spoken to you on Reddit before I deleted my Reddit. That's another thing, y'all. I completely deleted my Reddit. Oh my goodness, this ET.
Yeah, we got ET back there.
ET. What was I saying?
What were we saying?
We're talking about oats, and I said something. I don't know. I lost. Oh, the Archival Project. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I deleted my Reddit. Well, so I had a Reddit that I never posted anything on, except for one time when I was asking a question about a tree that I was trying to fix because I work with plants. Anyway, I posted it in a gardening subreddit, but I didn't want to be accused of like saying things on an account and people not knowing it was me. So I made an account that was me, but I still ended up getting accused of creating accounts. So I was just like, screw it. I'm deleting Reddit. I don't want to look at anybody's stuff. And then I privated my Instagram for the time being. So if you follow me on Instagram, nobody else can right now. So anyway, that's all I had to say about that.
No, I mean,
I'm protecting my peace for a couple weeks and then I'll do my own thing. But
honestly, we kind of had to because it's just,
and that's nothing against Reddit, by the way. I mean, there's some great people on there that have been super kind, and I find it interesting. And I still have the app on my phone, but I
still go on Reddit because I have the Cash Road Killing subreddit and the Athena Hogan subreddit. And
I told you just to not share anything with me that would upset me.
Yeah, I don't share anything with her. So.
I'm just trying.
And I've only had Reddit for 3 years, and before I did Gypsy Rose content, I looked at Meghan Markle stuff.
I couldn't figure out how to use Reddit until, I don't know how long I've had Reddit, but it's been since I've lived here.
I think the only active subreddit that I was in was the Saint Meghan Markle.
I tried to post something in the RuPaul's Drag Race subreddit and then it got deleted. So
yeah,
because I didn't have enough karma. So anyway.
Yeah, I had to build up my karma in the Meghan Markle world.
Yeah, but no, I mean, Reddit's very useful, so I still have it on my phone in case I want to look something up, because I will one day, but I just don't want to look at all that
Well, and anytime you Google anything, Reddit pops up.
Yeah, no, it is very useful, especially any kind of like user-led forums or anything like that. They're so much more informative. I mean, I'd rather like learn how to do something from some random person on Reddit or YouTube than trying to figure it out some other way. So, huge shout out, but I just had to separate myself for a little bit because, I mean, I'm okay. I was just like, ooh, this is kind of. I could get mad about something. So.
Yeah, it's been super frustrating because it's like, and especially the last week where we've been finding out all kinds of interesting things about people, and it's like
stuff that I warned people about a year and a half ago.
But it's like, we were accused of things, and all people, they only had a theory. They didn't have any like screenshots or anything like that.
Oh, and they have evidence. They don't care, but it's fine.
So it has been a little frustrating, but at the same time, we know who we are, and so it's just kind of.
It was frustrating for like a week, but now I'm like, well, I mean, like I said earlier, every follower lost is a blessing because that's one less person that is like,
If you don't believe in us and you can be swayed that easily, then you probably don't belong here. So
I mean, which is cool to live your life. I mean, I'm not mad about it. Yeah. It's just.
Yeah, sorry we went into this, and actually I don't even feel like we should get back into Athena's case right now. We'll do it again next week. Actually, I may do like a live on my own or something like that sometime this week and do some.
I'm interested in reading it too, but I also have a job.
Yeah,
I know. So that's the only reason.
I know.
And I'd do more.
Yeah, and we also have been doing some interviews and stuff behind the scenes and collecting some different things for our project. So we're really excited about that, and hopefully down the road we'll be able to share more about it. And no, let's read this. Good. Exactly. I was screaming that. How can they blackball y'all and then their screenshots and emails from a certain someone? Yeah, right.
Mandy J UK. Oh,
hold on. I'll get to it. We're all Frodo, I guess.
We are.
Reddit is mean. I've seen it. I can't even stand up for you. Yeah.
Don't stand up for us.
Don't stand up for us.
Because the people who like us. The people who don't, we don't want them. So it's fine.
Yes. And Frodo did fabulous work on the prison emails. That's absolutely 100%.
And also, like, if we. Like, you guys heard us go over the prison emails. They went about as smoothly as this did. If we could have actually analyzed them and put something into it, especially when she was making good money off that would make a lot more sense. But a lot of things make sense. So
yeah,
I still don't really even understand what Frodo did wrong.
One Frodo to rule them all. When I saw that screen name, I was like, I freaking love that name. I freaking love Lord of the Rings. It's not me though.
She is not Frodo. No, I can guarantee you that. Frodo, I don't think.
I don't have that much patience to go through those emails and do that crap.
I don't know. I can't lie. Like, I was on Reddit and I would send y'all shit like every once in a while because I thought it was funny, but like I don't have the care to post a bunch of stuff. So
she did, but hashtag we're not Frodo. Yeah.
No, but I mean, again, what can we do?
Point B is more likely.
No, that's what I said. She's not. She's really not. Frodo does not like that person.
No, I don't believe
Frodo
so
one
either.
time. It was 2 messages exchanged.
And I never have. So
it is a cool
and
handle.
It's not Millie either, guys. It's not Millie.
It's not Millie. But, again, people are going to think what they want to think.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
And shame on the people who have gone to her channel and unsubscribed or said mean things about her. She's just the sweetest.
Oh, Joy said Frodo and Biscuits are back in action. I didn't even know that they were back on.
Oh,
Biscuits actually blocked me because I think someone said something about fancy one time in there. And I, They tried to explain the Chillicothe incident and they only left out like a couple small things. So I just clarified and I wasn't even rude. I just said what happened. And then Biscuits got really mad for some reason. So I don't know why you think anyway, it's fine.
Yeah. So we're not any of those people.
Millie is the best. She is the best. And I think some people just didn't understand why we all had such a close relationship because you can make friends online. Don't let all this BS dissuade you. Just do it with caution.
Yeah.
And don't talk crap about people. And just be mindful of what you do and just know that anything you say to someone online can get out. But Millie is a real one. So. Yeah,
she definitely is.
I mean, she literally had you over at her house. You know what I mean? We send each other packages and stuff like that. So she's
she's, sometimes we feel like we're the only adults in the situation sometimes. Well, in some situations,
In some situations.
So,
it is what it is.
But at the end of the day, I'm very thankful to everybody who continues to stay with us. And we're going to get back on Tina's case. Yeah, it's just been a lot.
Sorry, I got
we're going to be going to CrimeCon at the end of the month. We'll be there the 27th through I'll be there till the 2nd. You'll be there till the 1st. And so we're hoping we can meet some more people. And this year we'll actually have time to talk to people.
Yes. And I felt so bad because I was like, script, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And people tried to, but there were so many people on that first day. It was just in and out.
But I want to commend us both, and Millie as well, because she helped us. Standing there for all those hours talking to people and telling them about all the FOIAs and everything that we had at that time. And then, people mock us about what we did and the fact that we handed out those USBs to people. But I mean, if they're real journalists, they're going to look at it. If you're not a real journalist or you don't really want content or something to look at, then you're not going to look at it. So,
I mean, it is what it is. She literally spent so much time and so much money on that. So
for people to poo-poo it and act like it was ridiculous is pretty funny, considering we're the ones who do the boots on the ground. So.
Okay, we're not trying to side diss. Well, that person I can side diss a little bit.
Just that one thing.
One person.
Just that one thing. I just wanted everybody to know that one thing. That really upset me. So
Joy said, "Don't even acknowledge that horse shit, guys." I agree. We're not going to bring it up.
No,
again.
And actually,
a
we're done. But it's been very, very interesting, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen in this next year because we've got a really cool project coming up, and some people are helping us with that, but only a very few select people know what's going on. So that way we can just keep it, in-house and do the best we can,
We got this. We got people we trust and we care about.
And I hope everybody really liked the video that we put out. Nancy from the Toll Podcast and her sister helped us do that. And so we want to thank them for doing that hard work.
And we will be seeing them at CrimeCon.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. That's really good. They did a good job on that. Or something else I was going to say. I don't remember. But the moral of the story is we are very thankful for everybody that's here. We've pretty much addressed everything we need to. We figured we'd just let you guys know how we've been doing the past couple of weeks, but I'm doing great. I'm just vibing.
And I'm working on a Google Drive for Jelani Day as well. And I'm still waiting on the FBI FOIA that I did for his case. And then I also did an FBI FOIA for Orrin and Orson West, or Classic and Sincere. They had went missing in California City right around the pandemic, I think is when that happened. Maybe, I can't remember. But those beautiful children have never been found. And so we want to go through that case as well. And so we're building Google Drives with all the FOIAs we can get. And hopefully someone comes alongside us and helps us. And we've got a couple of potential people that might do that. So I'm excited.
So we're just doing the best we can. Doing what we can, because we can all make a difference in our or in people's lives in some way or another. We're all called to do different things. And I don't know. I think you're doing a good job, and I'm just kind of along for the ride. I've helped out with a couple things, but sometimes it's hard for me to just sit down and.
Well, I think if all that stuff hadn't happened, you would have been more plugged into a couple of things, because you started getting plugged in right as all that stuff went down, and you were like, "Oh, I just got to get away from it all," which I don't blame you. So.
I just had to go a couple weeks, but I'm fine now. I mean, I was fine always. It just was annoying for a couple days.
Thank you, Kung Fu Panda. And yes, so happy Mother's Day to everybody that applies to. Yes. And I hope that you have a wonderful day tomorrow. And
I got you some plants for Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I work with plants, so I gotta go, and I got her like some lavender, rosemary, oregano, maybe thyme, dill, a lot of dill, some chives, eggplants,
a
blueberry bush, and the blueberry bush I got, oh, it's a good one. It's like from like this premium brand that we sell, and they have like mycorrhizae. It's something like with the mushrooms, and they use like it in the soil or something, and then they grow it for a few years before they actually submit it. So I did get a discount on it, but I still got you the good one.
Hopefully it lasts.
It should last. It's already starting to produce some little berries. They're not ripe yet, but I'm excited.
Because I had a lemon and a lime tree that lasted for a little bit, but then I should have.
Oh, well, the lemon and lime trees, I never see them do well, but these are, like I said, those are like
established.
Yeah, these are established.
Okay.
So anyway.
Thank you, Mandy. Thank you very much. And kisses for Oates.
Oh, yes, kisses for Oates. He's laying down here. He's being a little diva.
He is.
He's sleepy.
We hope that you guys have a wonderful evening. Sorry we're cutting it short, but it's just been a long week, and hope you guys all have an amazing evening. And please go out and do something good to change the world for the better. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.